Hey guys, sorry this is so late. This is Getting to Know Your mySewnet Software Lesson 8, and we are going to be doing Word Sculpt. Um, I really do apologize. My 12-year-old son was in a four-wheeler accident and broke both his wrists, so it's not been very fun around here lately. But everything's back on track, and so I should get back to posting each week. And here goes. You will actually get another one this Thursday. So today is Sunday that I'm posting this, and you'll get another one this coming Thursday. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to open our mySewnet software, and we'll just go ahead and double click on embroidery, and we'll wait for it to come up. Okay, perfect. So obviously it comes up with this menu, and I do need to update my software. I will do that later. Um, but we are going to choose from here Word Sculpt. I'm going to show you a few different ways to do this so that you can kind of get an idea of all the different things that this really awesome module can do. It can be used for so much more than just what it's designed for. I used it this past Saturday or just yesterday to create monograms for umbrellas that we stitched on. So that was a lot of fun. So first thing we're going to talk about is the shape. And the shape, there are so many shapes, guys. Oh my gosh, there are so many. Just anything and everything you can possibly think of is in here. And if it's not in here, you can create your own by new shape. And when you click on new shape, it's going to take you to the draw and paint window where you can create your own design. And I'm just going to show you really quick. I'm not going to do anything really awesome. But I just clicked on the draw and I use the point draw. Freehand draw, I'm not real great at, but we'll see. We're just going to make a heart. Obviously, there's a heart already in there, but okay, I was definitely better on the other side. And then you simply close it. Oh, no shape found. It wasn't closed. All right, my bad. Okay, we'll try again. It pops up again. We'll try this one more time freehand. I don't know if I can make a heart with. Let's see how good I am. There we go. Okay, so there's your shape. You would close it, and then there it is, and you can create your own shape. I will be real honest with you. I would rather create my shape in the create module or the digitizing module versus here. It's just a personal preference. And you'll kind of see why once we get into digitizing. But we are not going to use my lopsided heart, which there's a perfect heart there. We're actually going to use the little ice cream cone. It's very cute, and I had there's popsicles, but we're going to use this one right here, and it's ice cream too. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to automatically change. I'm going to click on Fit to Hoop. I am going to change my hoop to the 200 by 200 quilter's hoop, and I'm going to go natural rotation. The bigger these are, the funner I feel that they are. When you go really small, it's really kind of hard to pick out fonts, I should say, and to get them in there. So this is a really good size. It's basically an 8 by 8, so it's nothing really big. It's cute on a bag. You could do it on a t-shirt. You know, you could do it on a lot of things. And I'm not saying you can't go smaller. It just makes it a little bit harder. Okay, we're going to go ahead and say okay, and that's going to change my proportions to my height is that 200 and my width is 133. I do not want to change the angle of it, and I don't want to mirror it. Stitch type. So there's 4 different stitch types. You have your satin line, your motif line, running stitch, and triple stitch. You can change your options. So if you wanted to do a motif line and you didn't want stars, you wanted a different effect. I do like these bean stitches. They kind of look really thick and hand done. They're some of my favorite ones. I'm going to choose that one and say okay. It looks just like a running stitch right now, but it's really a really thick stitch. It's pretty cool. Satin line, same concept. You can change the width and the density. I am going to choose that running stitch though. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. We're going to go back to satin line. I forgot I was going to show you different ways on how to do this. I was just going to show you my way. Okay, so we're going to choose stitch type and we're going to hit next. Okay, and you kind of already see the concept. So you kind of put in the words, and we're going to do ice cream. And then you put a comma to tell it that this is no longer one word. And we'll do tasty, yummy, oops, sweet. And you can do capitals, you can do whatever you want. I'm just kind of typing them in. Strawberry. And notice that now not all my words are showing up. And you're probably thinking, well, then why does she keep typing? Well, I'll show you in a second. Oops. I was trying to get them all in here. Vanilla, oops, vanilla, chocolate. Sorry, I have no lights on and I'm typing in the dark. Pistachio. I don't know if that's spelled right, but it'll work. And Rocky Road. Okay, so there's all my words. And in my head, I have a vision for these words, and that's why I did these words. And I'll show you how to make your vision actually come true. So random fonts, you can choose that. Use words only once. And notice that I literally only have 1, 2, 3, 4 of my words. However, if we change our orientation, oh, and you can select a specific one, you can change it to horizontal. Oh, and look, I only get tasty at that point. Vertical, I get a few more. Horizontal and vertical, nope, still not a whole lot. Diagonal, just one. Horizontal and vertical, still not getting a lot. So let's do select a font. Okay, so I did select a specific font and I did get a lot more of my words to show up. Let's see if I can get some more in there. Not really. Let's try all horizontal. No, it did not like that. Let's try lowering the font size. Let's go to Arial. Okay. Oh, I noticed that one has a period instead of comma. Hang on, let's change that. See if that'll help. Okay. Oh, Yummy did the same thing. Wow, I'm terrible. Okay, so that's a little better. Again, it's not perfect, and I generally don't do it this way. And I'll show you because as you can see, it's not really working like you would think. So we can go ahead and choose finish. And it does group them all together, and it does give you the option to ungroup. And then you can take, oops, and then you can take and move the words to where you want them. However, as you noticed, using random fonts didn't really work that well. It really didn't give you a whole lot of options. So I'm going to select all and I'm going to delete this. Okay, we're going to go back to the Create tab and we're going to grab that Word Sculpt again. So you might be feeling a little disappointed in this right now because you might be thinking, wow, that just really wasn't that great. But check this out. This is how I personally use Word Sculpt. I think it's so much cooler and it's so much more fun. So I'm going to change to that running stitch and I'm going to leave everything else the same and I'm going to hit next. So number one, notice that I get to have more of my words. I am going to see if I can get them all in here real quick. Where's my line? Nope. And what if I did all horizontal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. No. Okay. So we're going to not worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all that work I just did. It really doesn't matter at this point because it didn't turn out like I wanted. It's not anything like I think my ice cream cone should look like. So, but I want the shape. So I'm going to go ahead and say finish. Okay, there is my ice cream cone, and you're probably wondering, okay, she's going to add letters to it. But let me show you why this is so cool. So I'm going to choose my font, and I want something pretty cute for this one. Let's see. I am going to stick to the ones that that come in the software. Let's do this Jingo. Let's try this one. And I am going to do ice, and I'm going to do all these in capitals just so it's not real weird. Ice cream. Okay, so we're going to hit apply. And there's our ice cream. There's a big gap right there. I'm going to right click on that. So whenever you're working with fonts, you can right click it to edit the lettering. And I'm going to change my gap a little bit, see if that doesn't help. Not really. So I'm going to undo that because that really didn't work. Oh well, we'll make it work. Okay. So you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, it goes across. So remember that fonts are not actual embroidery designs when you first start using them. Okay. They are editable. They are editable digital objects. So I can change it, and it's going to change. If you look up here, it's 7,001, right? Or 7,011. It's now 7,498. It's going to change the density. It's going to change those stitch counts. It's going to lessen them if I decrease the size and increase them if I increase the size. So I want it to say ice cream right across the top. And I want it to fit to the ice cream cone shape. So I'm going to click on this magic little yellow box. I love the yellow box. It's so awesome. The yellow box gives you ways to alter your create or the lettering. So I'm going to choose curve. And one of the things I hate about it is that every time you make a choice, it goes away. And I want to make lots of choices. So adding curves. Well, hold on. Let's go to curve and let's say, okay, so curve adds these little nodes on top that allow me to curve it. See that? But it's still, I can't quite get it exactly how I want it because it just is really constrained. So I'm going to click on the yellow again. And I'm going to come down to here to where it says constraint. Constraint size means it's going to maintain equal proportions. So if I move the left, right node, it's going to move the left, right, left top node in with it. So it's going to move it down or out depending upon what I'm doing. Pennant makes it a pennant space, perspective, italic, same on. I want constraint free. I want to be able to move it how I want it. Okay. But, still not getting it right. This technically needs to be over here, and I still need it over here. So I'm still not quite there because I would have to do that. Now, that's kind of cool, actually. It's not actually what I was going for originally, but hey, this might not be so bad. I think I'm still going to have to show you guys. Okay. I kind of like that curve. I was going to go down with the curve. I'm kind of liking the up curve. See, these are the things I do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit that thing again. And now we're going to do force even distribution. It is defaulted, and I'm going to turn it off. And what that allows me to do is now I can move these. I don't have to have it exactly where it puts it. I can move it so that I can get that shape to go exactly the way I want. Okay. more like a cup of ice cream versus a ice cream cone. Do I care? Yes. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and dip this. But notice that I still can't get that angle right. I just can't get it to get this little and then down. So I'm going to click on the yellow box again, and I'm going to add a point to the curve, and I'm going to, oh wait, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to remove a point. Okay, first I'm going to do match top and bottom. I'm going to turn that off. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a point, and I'm going to add a point. Okay, now I have more points so that I can actually get this more to my liking. Okay, so there is more how I feel like my ice cream cone should look. Okay, all right, so I've got ice cream across here, and now I'm going to do yummy. And I am, okay, I gotta turn my caps lock on. Yummy. Oops. And I'm going to change my font because I do like all my fonts to be different. I know, it's just crazy. And we'll do story. I'm going to do yummy, apply, oops, apply. Same concept. Now on this one, I want to match bottom and top. I don't. I want this to stay straight on the bottom. I only want the top to be the curve on this one. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add the curve to the top, and I'm going to do constraint free. So I can come in here, and I'm going to use my grid to kind of get this all in here. And I'm just going to make it how I think I'm going to like it. One, two, three, four. I'm going to have four. So one, two, three. Really tiny. All right, I'm going to make this a little smaller so I can fit all four of my words in here. Okay, sorry for the dead zone. I'm sitting here thinking, talking. Okay, down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yummy. And then I'm going to do tasty. I'm going to change my font again. Again, I'm going to leave the bottom straight. So I'm going to uncheck match bottom and top. I'm going to add the curve. I didn't have to add the curve on that one. Oh, well, whatever. It's a little curve. And then we're going to do constraint free. So we're going to come up here. Oh, I guess it's a little bit of a curve. Well, no, not really. And then I'm going to pull that way over there. I think I need to go up. Okay. So that's tasty. Okay. This one is a little bit, I can see it's not very dense, so I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go to satin column, and the density is at 6. I'm going to drop that number down to 4 so it becomes a lot thicker. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to do sweet, and I'm going to come get me another font, and this time we'll do, that's too tiny. That one looks too weird. We'll do Georgia. And then again, we're going to do constraint free only on this one. And move it up. Okay, and then we'll change the satin column, make it a little thicker. Okay, so now we have ice cream, yummy, tasty, sweet, and our last word is going to be treat. And I'm going to change the font one more time. Let's do this Clarendon and apply. And there's treat. And again, this time we are going to go match bottom and top. We're going to turn that off. The top I want to be straight. The bottom I want to be curved so that I can get that curve. And then, whoops, click on treat again. Click on the yellow box. And we're going to do constraint free. So we're going to come in here. And I might have to turn off the force distribution. Nope, I think I got it. Okay. All right. So we've now sculpted our cone for our ice cream into what we would like or what we think we would like. Okay. So this is the cone. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to click on step 2 in the film strip. I'm going to hold down my shift key on the keyboard and I'm going to click on step 6. That's going to select all of those that we just did. I'm going to click on the home tab. I'm going to click on combine and then I'm going to do combine selected. Do not do combine all, do combine selected. Okay, now I want my cone to be all the same color. So I'm going to click on the Modify tab, and I'm going to click on Step 5 on the Design panel. And then below that, there is where it says Merge Color Blocks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to merge all those color blocks into one. I'm going to go back to the Home tab. And once I go to the Home tab, you'll see that that is all that orange color. Now I can no longer make any changes to my cone. It is set. So if I didn't like it, I'm stuck with it. I would have to click undo until everything was undone, but I'm okay with it. So I'm going to change the color to more of a cone color. Let's see, perfect tan, golden tan. We're going to go with it. Okay. So my ice cream cone is done. So now we're going to work on the actual ice cream part. And I had a real fun idea of doing all the some different flavors and different colors to go with those flavors. So we're going to go back to our letter. And the first one we're going to do is my longest one, and that is cookies and cream. So we're going to type in cookies and and I'm going to go in here and get a new font. So we'll do this one and I'll say, okay. So there's cookies and cream. Okay. Now I'm not going to do, I'm going to go through and add all the names first and then I'll sculpt them because I want to kind of line them up and see how many I have. So cookies and cream. And then I think Rocky Road. Oops. Rocky Road. Choose a font. We'll try this one. And then we've got pistachios. Pistachio. I'm a terrible speller. And change my font. Oh, that's super tiny. That's okay. We can make it bigger. And then chocolate. And change my font again. And if you guys haven't figured it out, I'm just kind of going back and forth or in line with all the fonts. That's really big. And then vanilla, my favorite. So plain. Change the font again. And my last one is strawberry. Okay, and you can of course pick your favorite flavors. You know, this is just what I chose. Okay, so cookies and cream, we're gonna go ahead and select that one. And we're gonna kind of go ahead and get it somewhat to shape, to size. Chocolate seems like it's the next biggest, so we're gonna go ahead and do that one. And we're gonna shrink it down a little bit because it's really big. And then we'll do Rocky Road. Practically fits perfectly there. Pistachio, we're gonna stick up there in the corner. Vanilla and strawberry. Okay, so somewhat like that. It's not perfect, but you kind of guys get the gist. So I'm going to zoom in so that I can pay just attention to this. Ooh, nice and big. So we're going to start up at the top with pistachio. And we're going to click on our little box. And we are going to do, I'm going to try the double diamond, but we're going to undo that. So click off of match bottom, top. Bottom, we're going to leave it straight. And the top, we're going to try that double diamond. This is kind of a weird shape. I don't, and then with the double diamond, we're going to do constraint free, and we're not going to force even distribution. See if we can pull something off here. Wow, that looks really weird. I mean, it fit to the shape. I have to admit, it did definitely fit to that shape, but it is definitely kind of, I don't know if I could really read that as pistachio. But it did do what it was supposed to do. It did fill that in. Kind of like it. All right, double diamond it is. All right, vanilla. We're going to move it down just a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. I think we're going to uncheck match bottom and top. Bottom we're going to keep straight, so it just keeps kind of being straight. And then let's try that double diamond again. Okay, so it likes to, oh, I kind of see a problem with that, but that's okay. I forgot to constraint free and force even distribution is gone. Drop this one down. And then this one comes over here. This one goes over here. Okay, well, let's shrink this one up a little bit. Maybe that'll make it better. Okay. Different. I really wanted this one to be more out that way, but I don't think it's going to work because it's really at an angle now. Okay, so strawberry. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Okay, strawberry. We're going to do the same. Is that the same font? I think that's the same font. I forgot to change the font. Hold on. Edit lettering. Where were we at? Antonia. Oh. We did story. Let's see. There's one up here, I think. It's called Bernie or something. Oh, we can do this one. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's do, I need it so, let's try doing it just as it is. We're gonna do constraint free and we are going, oops, and we're going to do the force even distribution. We don't want that. Now we're gonna put it in here. Now I do see a problem. We're gonna make it really small so it fits here. That is interesting looking. Let's undo that real quick. And we're going to change this one to, we're going to leave the force even distribution. So I went ahead and constraint free, but I'm going to force distribution. And that should keep it a little bit more accurate looking. Hopefully. Yeah, it did. That is a really, thinking maybe we should have like used more words, but you guys get the picture, right? Okay, Rocky Roads. Rocky Road, same thing. Click on the yellow box. We're going to do constraint free. And we're going to come in here and I might have to think of another ice cream. Okay. Chocolate. Okay. Constraint free. That's it. Let's see. Oops. Chocolate. Let's see if we can get it to. Okay. All right. What's another flavor? Strawberry, Rocky Road, chocolate, butter pecan. Oopsies. Sorry for the silence. It takes thinking. Okay. Oh, forgot to change that. We're going to edit lettering. So right click, hold on. Right click on it, edit lettering, and then we can choose another lettering type. Let's see. There's some really cute ones, but they don't all work out really well. Let's see. That looks like it's gonna be really big. Let's do bank. Wow, that's really big. That's okay. All right, we're gonna do constraint free. Come in here. And then cookies and cream. All right, now this one, we're gonna do the bottom, remember? Because so we're gonna undo match bottom and top. And bottom line is we're gonna do that curve because we need to, oh, we forgot constraint free. There we go. Because we've got to put that curve to it. All right, and then we're going to drop that curve. Okay. Now we're going to zoom out or zoom to. Okay, and there's our ice cream. So cookies and cream, I'm going to make black. Rocky Road, I'm going to make like a brown color. Like that. Pistachio is green. I'm going to leave that chocolate. We're going to make that brown. We're going to do chocolate for chocolate. Vanilla, we're going to do kind of a creamy white color. Let's see. Aspen white. Aspen white again. Oh, maybe like that color. There we go. Vanilla. Strawberry is, we're going to pink for strawberry, not red. Let's do the color. So, I don't know, maybe we should do red. Strawberry, well, it doesn't look right. And butter pecan is kind of a creamy yellow color. Maybe that color. That's the color of the cone. We'll do that one. Okay. All right, so I have all my words filled in. You could get more creative with the colors. Like I said, these are just the ones I kind of thought of. And so you kind of have this ice cream cone fitted with these different words. And remember, you can do the words differently. You could put smaller words. You could put, like, I probably would have done strawberry. I would have put it down lower and then maybe put vanilla and pistachio together, or maybe like two smaller words together instead of strawberry, because it did get really changed. And I might even pick a different ice cream cone. I mean, I did all this work, but it's kind of like, do I really, really like it? Um, but, stitched out is also fun. But I do want to show you the last aspect of this. So right now you have this blue line around it, and you really don't want that blue line on there. So I'm going to click step 1 in the film strip, and I'm just going to hit delete. And that's going to take that out. So now you're left with just your ice cream cone. And we'll go ahead and go to Life View, cancel. It is not in the hoop. Hold on a second. So I'm going to go to the Home tab, and I'm going to select all. And I'm going to make sure it's centered in the hoop. There we go. And now it is back in the hoop. So now I can go here, and there would be my ice cream cone. So like I said, you can, strawberry could have gone down here instead of up there. You could have done the colors differently. You could do the shapes differently. You can do the cone part. I really like the ice cream part. I'm not really sure. I mean, I get the gist of it, but I don't know if I really see the correct shape. Um, but so that's how you kind of do that. And when you do this, there are so many options that you can do. Um, you might want to choose this ice cream cone instead. That might give you a more realistic or more noticeable ice cream cone versus this one. But then you would just export it and stitch it out like normal if you so chose. I do have a couple of them that I have done before that I like a lot. So I'm going to show you those. Okay, guys, so I have now pulled up some of the designs that I've used the Word Sculpt for. So this was a baseball that I constructed. So the baseball said Husqvarna Viking with the different sewing machine, with the different sewing machine brand or models. And then I have a turkey for Thanksgiving. So this is one I did for Thanksgiving. It like has like thankful and friends and pumpkin and things like that. And then I do cups a lot. This was pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes in a latte cup. And this one actually incorporated little jewels. It doesn't have the little jewels on this one, but this did. And then we would have removed that blue line. And this is one that I did as well, pumpkin spice and everything nice. And so the words make the cup, and it has a handle and things like that. I do find that when I do the designs, I find that the ones with the extras on them, like the handles, the cups, and things like that, I think that they turn out maybe more believable than ones that are just made up out of words. You can see my newest one on Facebook with Stitching with Stephanie at Facebook. It was a sewing machine that I did the outline, and it has thread and everything. It's really cute, and if you want to check that out, you can. But that's it, guys. Basically, Word Sculpt is a lot of fun, and the more patience and the more time you have to make it really, really what you want, the better. You can, like I said, you can make your own shapes. You can use digitizing to do it. I'll show you that real quick. So this is the EDO that I created for the sewing machine one. This is my logo, and let me take that out so that you can see it a little better. So this is the digitizing module. We haven't gone over this yet, but this is the digitizing module. So what I did was I digitized the thread and everything, and you notice that blue outline. This is where I added the words in. You can actually see one being done in, I think it's called Word Art Sewing Machine Companion Lesson. This was actually a class that I taught in person. But this was something that I created using the digitizing module, as you can see the parts. And then I would insert it into the embroidery module and then add the words to it. So, okay, guys, that's basically Word Sculpt. Like I said, a lot of fun. I really like it. So next time we're going to combine two of these. So lesson 9 is going to combine Spyro with quilt block. And the reason is we're going to actually use Spyro to create a quilt block. Those are really both fun. I use the quilt block wizard or the create module a lot. I've created a lot of designs. You can check those out again on Facebook. I have all the designs that I teach or up on my Facebook, so you can check that out if you're curious to see what we do. But yeah, so quilt block and Spyro lesson 9, that is going to come this Thursday coming up. And if you don't want to miss anything, go ahead and make sure you like this video if you liked it, and go ahead and subscribe and make sure you catch all my videos. So I hope you guys have a good day and catch you next time.